WCLU news coverage of the 2022 primary election is brought to you in part by Walbert Trucking in Glasgow. Are you looking for a new career where you'll be a part of a family-owned business for over 50 years? Walbert Trucking is a trucking company based right here in Glasgow. With Walbert Trucking, you'll get full benefits, great pay, and 401k. And you'll be home daily. Unlimited possibilities await you. Apply today and become a member of the Walbert Trucking team. 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow, 651-6784.
Welcome to our program today, Mr. Tim Durham. We're glad to have you a part of our election 2022 coverage here at WCLU. How are you today?
I'm great. Good. Glad to be here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you are running for Magistrate District 3 here in Barren County on the Republican ticket. So tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Well, I've been a lifelong resident of Barren County. I'm married to Kim Brown Durham. Been married 42 years. Got out of high school, Barren County High School in 1980. After graduation, times were tough in 1980, so I actually went to barber school, made a barber, barbered with my dad, Max Durham, a well-known barber in this community. He was there for over 50 years. I just stayed about 6 years. So after barbering, I was lucky enough, blessed to get a job with South Central Rural Telephone. I started with South Central Rural Telephone from the construction end, worked my way up, went all the way to the engineering department, and the last 15 years I was over the engineering department and handled a very high budget, a multi-million-dollar budget. We worked on at least 10 counties, had approximately 25,000 customers that I dealt with daily, dealt with all their problems, any complaint. I had a wonderful team that worked with me at South Central Rural Telephone, and that is actually where I ended my career, was at South Central Rural Telephone after the 32 and a half years.
Right. So quite a bit of, a great deal of time, looking over, like you said, a lot of money there. When we talk about the fiscal court, that term fiscal, implying money or budgets, obviously we can focus all on everybody's, what they've done and all this sort of thing. It's an important part of, for folks to know who they're voting for. But moving forward, what's your main inspiration for running?
Well, after seeing what's happening this year, we've got 5 magistrates that's not running again. So that leaves a big void on a lot of knowledge and expertise in the magistrate, on their side. So there's multiple things I do. Naturally, I still have a lot of license that I could work for. But actually my calling right now is to help Barren County as much as Barren County has helped me and my family. I feel like with my issues that I've carried on from South Central and all the people aspect, everything I've done since I graduated high school, I have dealt with people, and I love dealing with that. I love interacting with people, trying to solve problems and make their lives easier. Everybody, as I feel, from any aspect of job that you're doing, everybody wants to be treated fairly, and they want the same as others. So I would like to take what I have, talk to the people. I will be there full time. I'll be there 24/7, whatever they need, and take this as serious as I can and try to look ahead towards the future. I talked to a school teacher that I admire very much through this running. I've been out almost 4 weeks running day to day, and he told me the main thing to do, future. Look to the future and make sure that our kids and grandkids are taken care of. And that's something I feel like I can bring to the table. I feel like I can do that.
Sure. Well, we talk about, often about the fact that we want a community for children and then teens, they're in high school, and then young adults to stay in the community, to work, and eventually, settle in this community, build families, and move on to the next generation. Obviously, the last few years have been tough for the community in the way of jobs. Some folks are familiar with the fact that we've had a lot of industry leave the area. which obviously industry is a big source for those higher paying jobs. But also we're seeing some momentum again. But we've got to keep that going at least, or we can return back to that pit. What do you think right now? What's the most important thing for a magistrate candidate like you, and eventually maybe a magistrate, yourself? What's an important thing in order to retain industry and to recruit that industry?
I feel like it all begins at infrastructure. I mean, you've got to keep that at the top level. You've got to keep it where when these folks come in from other areas and they get off of the bus or get off out of the car and they look at Barren County, it's got a shine to it. I mean, we want it to be, we want to be the best county out there. And I think that if we build a team from the judge down to the 7 magistrates, I think we can build a team and make that happen very easily. I think, we've got a lot of vacant buildings in Glasgow that I feel like we can fill up. We work together, we research, we get grants, we do whatever we need or whatever it takes to keep this county going.
Sure. Well, a lot of the people think that the Barren County Fiscal Court focuses on those rural parts of the county, or the county, if you will, and not the city limits. But the county government includes everything over Glasgow, Cave City, Park City. There are a number of communities that are involved under county government. As far as being accessible to your district, you mentioned that's a big part of what you're running for, making sure you're there for your constituents. But as far as being on the court itself, a big sector we talk about often is the ag community. We could talk specifically in your district about, agriculture, but as a whole, what is your stance on agriculture in the community? And, moving forward, how should we service our ag partners?
Well, that's a question that's easier for me, I guess. Like I said, for 42 years I've been married to my wife, and her dad is a farmer. Mm-hmm. He raised dairy heifers. He's raised corn, silage. He's done it all. And this has sort of left our community in a way, and I think it can be brought back. And it's got to be brought back and brought back strong. That's some of it's over our head as far as milk prices and somewhat, but it is a very needed. And I think the fiscal court can help that as well.
Sure. What are maybe some, to put it into perspective, what are some of those tangible aids that might help the ag sector, in your opinion?
Well, my opinion, I really don't have a good opinion on that, because ag is just a little out of my territory. Mm-hmm. I've been in corporate ever since I've been into this, but I can see certain things that it could help, but I'd have to really research it to give a better answer on that.
Sure. Talking about District 3, that is that southeastern part of the county.
It is, yes.
We've talked with some other candidates for that district as well. What do you feel like currently in District 3 are some things that are going on? It's a very bustling part of the county. I know some things magistrates and the government might not have their hand in, like the fairgrounds and those sorts of things, but it's a bustling part of the county.
Is.
People coming in from Monroe County, even Tennessee, coming into Glasgow along Highway 90, those areas. What are some of the bigger issues, if you will, facing that district?
I see. I had the opportunity to go to a Lions Club meeting lately, and to see their excitement that they do for, like you said, the fairgrounds, the Barren County Fair. The Barren County Fair brings a lot of people to Glasgow, and we've got so much in Barren County that brings people here. I mean, we got Barren River Lake, we got Mammoth Cave, we've got so many activities that can draw people to our county. We need to know how to utilize that and make it where it covers a broader area, is what I feel like. Now, as far as the farmers, I mean, I'm friends with so many farmers. I've got so many down there that, I respect so much. I wish them the best. They seem like they sometimes have a harder time because they need our help more. And but until I look further into that, I really don't have a good answer for that.
We have incumbents, but this election cycle is huge for the court. Why? Because as you said, there's a number of magistrates that aren't seeking reelection.
That's
So
correct.
this is going to open up, new seats for newcomers. One of those is you. You are a newcomer. We can talk about all day perspective and all of that. In 30 seconds or so, if you had 30 seconds, how would you, pitch to someone why they should vote for you for District 3 Magistrate?
I just want them to know, first of all, I'm in this full time. I want them to know, when I hand a card, like I said, for the last, I'm going on my 4th week, when I hand a man or a lady my card, first of all, it's got my phone number on it. They can reach me anytime. I want them to know, I let them know my experience and my past experience of what I've done through my years, 60 years of being here in Barren County. I would like for them to know that I'm a team leader and I work with teams. Everything that I've done through my career at South Central could not have been done without the people under me. I've had multiple employees under me, including contractors and others that I can deal with, and I feel like I had a good relationship with all of them. And I can do the same for the people of Barren County if given the opportunity.
All right. We appreciate you coming in today, Mr. Tim Durham, Magistrate District 3 on the Republican side of things this primary election. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.